Disclaimer: content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Trading involves substantial risk. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Viewers are responsible for their own trading decisions. No guarantees of success or profitability. Good morning, traders. Okay, we got another beautiful trading day ahead of us all. Looks like did not get a chance to get to the charts early enough this morning, but we have hop right into it. 14 minutes until NY Open. We got today advanced GDP, core PCE price index, and employment cost index passed. Advanced GDP did not hit forecast. Employment cost index rose, beat forecast, and the core PCA price index was the same. Let's see what that did. What time was that? 5:30. Yeah, a bit of a spike in price. We're holding up here though. It looks like we're breaking up above towards. Made a move this past 4 o'clock. Made a break highs. We're at 27,505 right now. Let's see if people are feeling greedy this morning. 63. A little greedy. So we got this morning pushed. Wow, significant push to the downside off pivot, pushed all the way up overnight. So overnight we had a retracement of this initial move and a new move from 216 to 504. Created a high, could potentially finish that high to 600 if they're building this morning to 6, or if they're gonna keep this as a lower high consolidation between 340 and 5. So we can keep this between 340 and 500. Might be a consolidation this morning before we get a definitive break. 27.5 area. Could be a lower high, could go up before it goes down. We could get immediate build to the downside, targeting to respected this level pretty cleanly twice, and it's the pivot for the day. Is there any news? We had FOMC yesterday. It's pretty much the same thing. Moving up here, we got third. This is the 4th point. There's going to be sell-off, taking profit this morning after this overnight move. Okay, so at close yesterday at 3 o'clock, pushed up 218 to 5, about 300-point move, 400-point move, close, 400-point retracement, 300-point move. Looks really volatile these past few days. Big dips, big ranges. I think he's calling for some sort of consolidation, slowing down of these moves, potentially. Okay, what else can we do here? Let's catch up on technicals. Really need to see what this looks like up here. Micro Nasdaq are currently exhibiting characteristics of accumulation following a multi-year base period. 22 to 26, analysts note a significant liquidity migration towards AI-related hardware and power infrastructure, which has fueled recent breakouts. Market sentiment and technical status. The current market regime is characterized by an overall uptrend, with a June 2026 contract trading near 27,407 as of this morning. So that was before the break. T trend alignment. Price action is making higher highs and higher lows on the 1 hour time frame, suggesting sustained buyer interest. Institutional activity, while significant accumulation phase has recently concluded, some professional analysts warn that the market may be nearing a transition of distribution at current highs as institutional players begin scaling out at these. So we might have big institutional sell-offs. Institutional sell-off. Potentially you found these highs, slips to the upside, and we're short. I'll be going against the trend, probably be fading to a mean, trading down to 4. If we get this to trade down to 4, distribution at current highs, institutional players begin scaling out. Key targets. Immediate bullish targets for the MNQ complex are set near 27,472, with larger upward moves potentially extending towards 28,000. The Nasdaq 100 index has seen strong momentum leading into the end of April. 1 month, 13% change. 1 year, 38. So far, 7.76. That's okay. Any news we should be looking out for? Ceasefire potentially war ending as of today. I saw P. Hegseth going off on some people yesterday. So people aren't happy with him, but what can you do? He's really doubling down on the fact that they were about to have nukes, and they just were an evil regime, and they're actually helping them somehow. So that's what they came out with. So I guess they're sticking with it. Earnings boost. Heavyweight components include Alphabet, Amazon. Strong Q1 results. Surge 7% pre-market. Alphabet providing significant upward momentum for the tech-heavy index. Macro data. The core PC price index. The Fed's preferred inflation gauge rose 2.2. Preferred inflation gauge core PC price index rose year-over-year for exactly in line with expectations, while its marks an increase from February's 3% lag of an upward surprise has provided a sigh of relief for futures. Lack of an upward surprise rose 3.2. It's an increase from 3, but not too bad of an increase of inflation the last couple months. March. Geopolitical resilience. Despite ongoing tensions and a stalemate in U.S.-Iran peace talks, markets are showing resilience as the AI boom continues to overshadow Middle East risks. AI boom overshadows the Middle East risks. Slight inflation. Fed policy. Markets are digesting yesterday's Federal Reserve decision to hold rates steady at 3.5 to 3.75. Investors are currently pricing in a near zero chance of a rate cut for the remainder of 2026. Pricing in a near zero rate cut chance. Could be a correction this morning. Back down. Seeing a hold 27.5 resistance. Initial resistance is noted 27.5. Psychological is a level with technical targets extending towards 28,000. Support and some support sits at 27.1. Supported 27.1. Yesterday's low. Critical must hold zone between 27,000. Okay, let's get to the main screen. So here we are with this morning. We're interested in what kind of plays this morning. We're interested in a hold off of 500 with slips down to 480, 470, 460. Demand 460, around 450. Potential demand from 450. If we do, might get an early demand. We'll have to see price action for sure this morning. It's got to resolve this upwards move overnight. Kind of resolving it this morning. A little sell off. And a potential secondary move to the downside. I think we got more longs than shorts. One more long than short. That'd be cool for people to join my stream. I really want to chat it up and see what they see in the markets. What is their plan? What is other people's plans? On the hour, looks like it could be a sell-off to the downside. 500 to 4 to 3 to 2. Let's see how price action looks this morning. Could be an initial push off of this high. 530, push down, maybe slip between this area to 530 and below. Feeling a bit bearish, catching a high here. But if we continue to 6, potential hold and breaks. Looks like there's 5-minute holds. Looks like this is a 5-minute hold. This is a hold around 480 for an initial move to 6. That looks like we can reach highs today. Like there's an accumulation this morning going on around 500. We got a minute and a half to open. Let's have a good trading day. Let's focus. Let's remember confluence, confirmation, focus on price action, looking for accumulations and moves off of 500. We're gonna let this accumulation establish first. Let's see. I added ATR and I haven't been looking at RSI. So that's part of my exit strategy. I see a spike in volume. They're selling off. I used ATR as like a 1-to-1 to 1-to-3 RR targets. So I just multiply this by 3. So I'm targeting 15 points. RSI, if it lines up with oversold or overbought, depending on which direction we're headed for the day. We see a break below 500 with 20 seconds still open. We'll see if demand steps in here. The trend overall is bullish, pretty strong bull move overnight. You can see probably heavy volume and slippage to the downside. We're gonna wait for a good support here. Or our invalidation would be 400. We're getting some downward pressure. Off open. Looks like we are shorting from here. See how this holds around 470, uncertainty to the upper downside, slips, potential to go to VWAP, fill this fair value to 400. Got a nice quick move here. We're gonna wait for a consolidation around 4. Once this gets there, it could hold here around 440, would show a bullish support. Demand potentially stepping in around 450, getting sells here, holding 440. We got a dip below 430. Continuation in this price discovery to the downside. Could be a substantial move if we get a we could break down to 200 this morning if we don't. So maybe even go short with a break of 400, maybe a consolidation at 4. Slowing down here. If we get a quick exchange to the upside off 4, I'll be catching a falling knife though. Potentially bouncing off of 400 here. Could be inducing shorts too. Seeing a nice move, break of 4. It's a substantial 100-point move within the first minute, 2 minutes. Interested at 4 here for longs, or this could be consolidating. We get a decisive break to the downside. Looks like this might have to complete this move to the downside if this doesn't hold off of 400 immediately. It seems like it would be going against some good news. Big institutional sell-off at these highs. That's substantial here. That's a break of highs, so you're gonna hold it around 400 for a while. Don't want to see this go too far to the downside. I got 2 views. Hey, welcome to my live stream, y'all. I like reading price action. It's all price action, and getting in on setups I see developing. Before I used to overtrade. I mean, I'm still trying to do it with overtrade, but before recently, like, I like taking some of these momentum plays, getting in on momentum plays, where price is kind of in a free fall discovery or climbing discovery. But I like having more data points nowadays, more of a build of accumulation after post moves if I'm interested. After a big move for a continuation or a reversal, that's where I'm paying attention to price action. These areas of consolidation. It's a break below. Looks like decisive to the downside.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
So we got a bullish move this morning. A bearish move. I might have hopped in too early there. Want to sell into weakness. A little bit oversold here. Get a holds off of 50. Huge FEG off of 400. Thinking about taking profit now.
Order filled.
Quick scalp there. How many points is that? About 20. We're seeing a bounce off of a 343. Sold at this bottom at R1. Seeing a hold, another consolidation. You got to be quick to take profit on these down. You can't wait for this consolidation to back up and take the profits away. And it's a quick 15. Each bar is 16, so you could probably increase that to 40 on this continuation to the downside. If this wants to get down to 200, want to see a decisive move below 340. Could potentially be holding another FEG off of 350. Nice downwards pressure. We got our first play established. We got the 15 in the bag. We got looking for a different holds or a continuation off of 340. This needs to relief a bit deeper to 70. Different levels of sell-offs here. focus. Okay, 343. Looks like we're slowing down in price here. Action happened in 60, 40, and 30. Could be more longs. More longs here. So the next trade would be a decisive break below 340 to 300. I want to see this consolidate, potential accumulation, and restructure this to the downside potentially with that move. Another accumulation for a second leg to the downside. Got an FEG off of 340. Big markets, lots of orders here around 350. Big FEG up to 400. Get a retest off of 400. See if that keeps us bearish at 4. Or if we stay below 60, we stay here. Could go up before it goes down. Might have found a demand level at 340. Slowing down on bulky consolidation, more of a downwards pressure. Less bulky. You'll see if they step in at 330 again. Do some shorts with the break. Looks like a hold at for 30. Got a relief and a break. Break again below to 320. This is a continuation to 3 at least. So I'll break below 340. Want to find a good entry for a price discovery. I think I played one of those. Should have been part of this entire leg here. From 5 to 3, 200 point move in 8 minutes. If you get really comfortable with the NASDAQ, these moves are like there's so many bread and butter moves. Like this move, all you need is risk appropriately, but you can make like off 1 or 2 contracts like $100 a day on a momentum move like this. If you're good at risking and trade management quick and taking profit quickly and risking a little bit more that this retraces back on you. But at 400 to 3, that would have been a good second opportunity. Off of 500, if you were to the downside price discovery from 5, you could have targeted just a few points a few times. I don't know. This is a huge drop this morning. Might find a hold off of 300 here. Looking for a safe place to land. 218, another 100 points potentially. And we're trading yesterday's range. Could be break yesterday's range. Could be a smaller range here. Creating some sort of wedge or pennant. More of a pennant. There's a lower high, could be a higher low. Or we could break 218 to the downside and then target 27 and 1. Slowing down around 3. Breaking below. Being patient, we're already in the green. The next good trade would be probably to 218 here. It's a free fall, but I don't want to get stopped out with the. It hasn't been doing that. This is when you don't want to wait too long off open. Just get a range in a direction. You need a way to cue how far something has gone that's considered momentum and what are the chances it continues. Be willing to take the risk when you do see price moving too, instead of feeling FOMO. Get in practice trading quickly here. We're seeing to break it below 300 and we're trading around 280. There's still more longs on here. Probably sell off at these highs. These institutional sell off this morning. Probably don't want to go below 3. But we probably could get it as low as 2. Holding off for 270. It's been 11 minutes. Let's see if selling kind of slows down here. Keep it around 280. See signs for a potential reversal off of this. Break above 3 and a hold. 310, a deeper retracement. Holding 290. We got a green on the 5. Hold of this low. Could be last accumulation before it reaches 2 and breaks, or it could hold here substantially. Could try and break to 340. Come back down to 3. More of an accumulation range off of 300. So it's 270. Good entries off of 300 to the upside. Could find longs at 3. We get a relief of this downwards move in a range. More of a downwards pressure for a continuation to the downside. This needs to relieve a little deeper here. Then we get an accumulation reversal, and get that last accumulation before our momentum move, and that's our A+ setup here. And we're targeting 500. We're targeting 400, and we'll see. Maybe we take profit sooner. That was a quick 15-minute move to the downside. Established 2 points. This could be a third point to the upside. We're at 330 right now. Want to find a good entry after consolidation. Could be an accumulation at this point. See a relief of this move up to 330. Could be inducing shorts too. Strong shorts, a little sell off. Could be selling off to the upside. That would be interesting how that would play out. Still seems to work to agreement to the upside here. Quick reversal. Holds around 330. Getting a nice break. Could be a proper retracement to the upside here.
Order filled.
Might be a late ad. Just be on this FEG. Oh no, we got a range establishing on the chop. I think they induce longs. We can collecting around 40. So this wouldn't be quite a 50 times 3 is 45 for 50, about a 50-point move. Seeing some nice upwards pressure here, agreement to the upside. Could be a strong move, breaking this FEG 50, building around 50. Hope this doesn't tap too down to the downside. retraces just below VWAP. Getting ready to take profit here. Seeing a bit of selling at 350, 360. Inducing loss potentially. Probably want to see a break of this high. Oh, they establish a range up to this high. Could be inducing for a break to the upside. Might need to accumulate for a while. Maybe I got in too early here, because this lower high, higher low would be a bit deep here. Getting some shorting pressure.
Stop
here.
filled.
Bad second play, yo. Retrace that. Maybe find entries off of 3, huh? If I can get entries off of 3, that's what I said.
Order filled.
And then I'm gonna cover this. I'm targeting pretty high here. I'm gonna complete retracement to back to 4. We'll see. Hands off. See if I read this correctly. Holds off of 3. There was substantial relief up to 350. There's going to be an accumulation between 350. If this doesn't remain short and have to continue down to the downside, break at 270. Might be selling at lower and lower prices. It might be too early to get in on the 5. Did create a relief on the 5. Getting some upwards pressure here. Might want to take profit at this high. A bit of a relief of that downwards move. A bit of a demand stepping up here. Potentially want to hold and build off of 300 to the upside. So I would just hold this, potentially take profit at 360. And if it comes back down, then come back in again. Again, build a bit of a build at 309. See if we get that move this morning. Gotten a little early there. I knew it was gonna pull back. I thought it was a deep enough relief and retracement for it to continue, but it accumulated. You got a lot of slips and downwards pressure back to 3. Stopping this shorting move. We got lower, higher low here. That's building off of 310. Could target a retracement back up to the upside, like 5. But we kind of want to secure the bag a little bit here with the break and a potential accumulation. Saw a break above to 330. Could be building 330. Want to see a push back above 330, 320, 330. 340, 350, and a sell off at 340 to 30. I don't know if they're keeping it high here. Getting ready to close.
Order filled.
I saw 143. I had to close. That was too beautiful. We're in the green, so that's a good trade. Looking for a last final accumulation to the upside. Want to be safe before we enter in this trade somehow. revenge traded off of this stop and then got in at 300, so maybe do another build off of 300 and we're in the range. That's a quick move to the downside. We know demand could establish here, but we get a bit of downward pressure. Just because demand has established doesn't mean the sell-off isn't gonna continue. So we're up a little bit. Want to take a good trade. Potential hold off of 300. We're getting a little downwards pressure. More quicker downwards moves than up. Just populating this 300 area with orders. It looks like it could break to 2. Break to the downside, targeting 2. Hopefully we get a good entry. Seeing a break below. Continuation to the downside. And creating this accumulation range. Lower highs. Building the correction of shorts to the downside. Getting out at 80. Long squeeze. Inducing shorts. Potential to enter here. Inducing shorts. This would be a good play to continue. Wait for a soft landing and distribution around 218. Waiting for a demand at 218. Could trade to the lower half of this. Could trade to pivot. Could be pennant finding strength around 300. Well, it was a huge sell-off on the hour. Still finding a low. Is that going to continue though? Could be taking a risk to get down to 218. Could go down before it goes up. Holds at 270. Goodness gracious. We got volume picking up to the downside. This is picking up. Volume picked up now. Good short. Picked up to the downside. Could be slipping in orders here, picking up on demand. Could be a reversal areas. It's slipping lower and lower to 218, I think. Could be another mid below, deeper than 218. 221 potentially. Or just bearish correction off morning. With momentum of shorts to 27.89 potentially. Saw a break below.
Order filled.
Get a break to 27.2 potentially. Holds off of 40 bit upwards pressure. Inducing shorts off of 40. Potential build for this leg to the downside. Might want to exit off of that. We need an outside candle here. Turn green, a bit of a hold. Holds at 40. Another hold at 40. Downwards pressure off 40. Building at 40. Another green. I don't know why I keep giving back on these. I'm getting out. Getting out. Let me get out. Let me get out. Here you go. He barks so loud. Okay, hold below 50. Nice hold below 50. Potentially shorting here. Might want to one-to-one this joint. Exit quickly.
Order filled.
Okay, made a hundo for the day. I call it a day. That's with two, maybe made 50 to 100 if I didn't take any stupid plays. It's about to be 7 o'clock. Getting the hold at 250. Getting used to taking profit, seeing in the green, taking profit, in the green, taking profit, adjusting to the next play. If I could do that for an hour scalping on my open, this move would have yielded the move of the day. In the 500, probably would have took profit sooner, maybe a 4. That's a 100-point move to the downside. That's amazing. On one contract, that's like probably like 100 something, 200. It's traded back into pivot. Finding a recent low here. Get a break below, then a secondary leg to 27.1 here. Break below 27.8. It's just shorting power this morning. Shorting it very strong. Be consolidation, retracement. Could be potential consolidation here. I could be done for the day too. Or just keep going. What trade would I take next? I'm always waiting for like a good support. But when I see breaks, I want to be in on that discovery to the downside. That's risky too, because you risk it. Somebody just exiting with their orders and it spiking you out, especially with a closer stop on a momentum move. So risking a big sell-off that can knock you out. A lot of market orders hitting the books. Getting a nice retracement off of this high, of this low. Bounce off of 218. Market hitting out. We got continuation for the day potentially, or we found a low already. That's a 200-point move to the downside. Creating a soft landing around 2. We're at 250. Okay, I think they're not really short inducing, they're inducing longs here now. So we have 1, 2, and then we got potential to trade back up to 5. So we want to see a strong demand, we want to see a strong support, we want to see elastic accumulation, and then we get in. So we stay out of chop. Learning to stay out of chop. Just letting the orders, letting liquidity happen. And then we get a new auction, and then they start fueling us back up to the upside, long inducing. This is going to accumulate deeper here. 218 slips to like 218, and we get a move to the upside. And then we'd be in around 250 if this doesn't make a move before. Inducing longs here. I'm gonna stay out of chop. Let this play out. It could be the last accumulation here after a relief. Might fake you out a little bit. was a deep relief too. And then create another move. So we'll see what this does. We got a new 5 that looks bullish. A nice push to the upside off of 260. Could be trading bearish too after this move. I don't know how far they want to go to the downside. On the hour, we got a new green. Could be accumulating to the upside now. Maybe around 60, 70, 80. I don't know if you want to get in on this to the upside. See this reclaim 300 and see how our price is around 3. I think they're gonna induce longs here. Probably inducing longs and then let this accumulation happen. I want to see reclaim with 3. Reclaim 3. I'm bullish. Big institutional sell-off is done potentially. Could be reselling around 350. It's a big downwards move, but I think they're considering swing traders from like a long time ago, from like 26,000 or something. 26.5 maybe. That would be amazing if you're balling that hard. You got a 1,000-point move with thousands of contracts. Ooh, yeah, I'll be selling the highs. I know there's gonna be slippage to the downside, but I'll try and get my fill and not affect the market too heavy. Everybody's selling off this morning. Need everybody to start buying back here. Might be slips, might be people selling at these long inducing areas. $7 o'clock, no news. Just had a big institutional sell-off here. Made some bucks. I think entering around 300. It's gonna be build around 300. Could get as low as 250. If it stays above 250, then we're bullish. If we get a nice move to the upside, it's gonna be accumulation between 3 and 250 maybe. It's gonna bounce off of 3 to the downside. Not in the trade, but I'm gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Keeping with the hold below 27.3. Could be a lower higher, higher low. Nice relief off of 260. Change the character here. Well, there was a secondary low. This could be an accumulation of lows here. Was pressed down on the 1 hour. More selling. Found a deeper relief. Could relief down to 218. More of a significant move between 3 and 2. Still selling off on the 1 hour. 5 looks bearish. 15-second looks like it's melting. But there is a significant demand here. Hold a push back up to 3. And we're bearish for the day. I should have entered on 3 to the downside. I don't know why I'm bullish this morning. Need to wait for bullish conditions. A substantial push off of 218 though. From yesterday, maybe want to hold yesterday's high or hold yesterday's low. Could be bounce off a pivot to the upside here. And we got our 4th point target.
Order filled. Order filled.
That was relief, but I don't know why I'm in long here. Targeting a higher low. Let's get back to this 2750. Got a 1-to-1 here. Over downwards pressure. Continuation and break. Holding 218. Could be slips picking up below here. This looks like a shorting opportunity. If we don't get holds above 215 and a nice impulsive relief to the upside, and then this is bearish. More of a weaker support here. 213. Hold at 210. If we get a relief around 210 to the upside. More bearish this morning. Continuation to the downside is crazy. Hold at 210. I get stopped out here. So breaks 200. It's gonna break 200. Need a definitive hold at 210. Could slip low. Get a relief here. I like that candle. Could extend profit to the upside a little bit if we don't. If we get a relief for that downwards move. Get an operator step in here, 210, inducing longs. A lot of orders at 210. Nice relief again. Nice push to the upside. I see this selling with strength. We got a nice move here, yo. Could be a deeper relief. Target back up to 80. Seen holds at 40. Saw FEG off of 218. And do some longs. Feels like it's in retail's hands to go up from here. Slight retracement, hold to the upside at these lows for a lower high. Nice hold of 30. Pushing 40, hold at 35. 40, you see break it to 50.
Order filled.
Ooh, we made 2 hundos today, y'all. This was a good trading day. We were bearish, easy move. Nah, I stayed out of the chop, kind of. Let's see what kind of plays I'm in this morning. Okay. Off open, made this beautiful move to the downside. Secondary leg. Off of here, decisive down from 300, got lucky, sold early. Just made a quick move and sold before this would have made another beautiful move to the downside. I think I was just waiting for a support demand here. Got stopped by here, sold here, got lucky with this downwards move off of 340. This was a higher low here. Potential accumulation to the upside, but wasn't. It was accumulation to the downside. Missed that move. Shorter from here, exited early. Retrace back to 3. It's long from here to 50. How am I longing these? I'm longing these. This bearish market. This always should be in shorts. I think I was in late and I was longing these consolidations back up to the upside, and somehow the relief paid me off here. But we're up 200. Didn't quite get direction. Trade with direction. But I don't know. Somehow it worked out. I think I'm out. I'm done trading for the day. See how I need endurance. I need to trade for another hour. Let me see if I can do that. Still continue to be focused. So we got a downwards move here. We saw an equal low relief, pushing back below around 218. This doesn't break 218. We got a higher low. Potential to a lower high, or this is a bear flag for a deeper break. We're down 37. Low hold off of 25, breaking below. You're seeing our move here to the downside. We got 100. Was a nice hold off of 200. Break it 2. Bearish, expecting some sort of correction later on in the afternoon. Breaking these lows should hold the 2. We start an auction to the upside, it just slips to the upside and accumulation is slipping. I don't know why the market is bearish this morning. Maybe we should ask him. Why is the market, why is MNQ bearish? Let's see what it says. Geopolitical tensions and inflationary pressure from high energy costs in anticipation of key economic data. Soaring crude oil prices. Technical consolidation after reaching all-time highs earlier in the month. MNQ seen exhaustion setups where prices pushed are sold off. Bearish continuation pattern in pre-market such as the market digests recent gains. No idea why you're bearish, man. I think it's just creating a larger support here. Higher lows. We saw nice demands and pushes to the upside, so it could retrace and potentially find a higher low towards 150 or 100. This could go as low as 100 here. Take the risk. I think I'd be done trading for the day, maybe 200. I want to see the stats real quick. I'm up 177, lost 153. Short trades, hit, no loss. Long trades, made 225, but lost 153. 80% win rate this morning. On the bearish, I was going long. 8 winning trades, 2 losing trades. 1778, average win trade 41. 6 wins, 2 consecutive losers. Largest winning trade was 70. Could make a lot of money doing it. If I could trade this well every day. Thank goodness for the trading day this morning. So I think this is going to consolidate to 218, and I think we're going to get a reversal. So we're going to get a potential hold at 200 and a push up above. Slowing down from 3 to 2 though. Might have made this move, but we are going to build back up from 287, 160. Selling on the hour, wicking though, more than 50%. So it broke below pivot, but we're seeing a nice move to the upside, relief. Could be downwards pressure off of 260. You want to see it break at 250. Nice relief to the upside. Building off of 218. 5 looks slowing down. This cracks 250. I think it's going to induce longs. They remain bearish with the lower highs. Just lower highs all morning. I'm not quite ready to give up that bearish move. Off of 218 to the downside. Maybe I'm too late to the bear party. And the bears are all drunk already. This looks a little bullish too though. Bullish recovery up to like 250. There's a lot of moves this morning. Pretty volatile. This looks like it's slowing down at 200 though. This holds at 218, more bullish. Looks like we're getting a downwards move off of 218. Gonna break below.
Order filled.
Probably be in one. Target this low. Accumulation. We fake out to the downside. Getting some downwards pressure. I want to see this close red too. Lots of action at 210, 211. Before we get a break to the downside, maybe this could relief to the upside, a little bit of an accumulation to the downside. Try to play a bearish move and this wants to go bullish.
Stop filled.
Dang. Wanted to hop right in. If we get a break at 250, That was a bearish fake out for sure. Man, should have got in immediately. Might break 250 here. Yeah, we're gonna be consolidating until we do get a reversal down here. Remain bullish now. I want to get back to the markets anymore though, so I think I'm done trading. I'll call that a W for the day. Thank goodness. Hope we got a good read on the markets. Maybe I did read some appropriately. Maybe I was a bit bullish in this huge downwards move. So I guess I played some sort of mean reversion a couple times. I think my shorts all worked out though. Got stopped here recently. Could be a higher low. Made a quick relief to the upside. Headed back down. You can always trade what's happening next. It's just, are you willing to trade what's happening next? I was a lot better at being selective this morning and letting plays just go and not feeling FOMO. And when I did take the trade, was pretty sure. Trusted some levels, thank goodness. Looks like a reversal off of 218, maybe trusting that. We're just getting a lot of slowdown here. Lower highs, lower lows. I want to see a change in character though on the 5. If this breaks above 250, then we can be bullish for there until 5. Could be a steady grind and climb up though for the rest of the day. Or it could be a momentum move. Who knows how long they accumulate down here for. Yeah, there's a doji on the 1 hour though. Potentially turns green at 250. Getting a build, nice hold out above 218. Nice entries at 218. I think I'm gonna do some longs here. But it looks like there's a big seller operator that could push price lower highs. Keeping price at lower highs. And people aren't out of their orders yet maybe. Yeah, anything else? Let's see. Super earnings days, super earnings week. Was good at taking profit today. Was in the green, didn't let that go back against me. And it was pretty volatile this morning, so it was easy to take profit when you see a decent amount. I feel like I'm getting better though. Today was an excellent trading day for me. It's a few trades up 140. Shouldn't have did this last one. I was out of it, but yeah. Next week, maybe another 2 weeks, and then I'll have enough put away so I can start trading a live account. Still need to get some more practice, some more good days like this, and yeah. So I hope everyone has a good trading day, good rest of their day, enjoys their day, and much love to everyone out there. And keep going, keep grinding, keep doing your thing, and yeah, I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye.